525,600 weenies. 525,000 weenies, Soberland. Yeah. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of the Figuring Shit Out podcast, or the F.S.O pod. It's your girl, Leah, and it's going to be a fun topic. It's going to be a fun topic. I'm excited to talk about it. Sorry for the random little outburst. I was having a little vocal stimulation going on. I don't know if y'all remember that on TikTok when that was going around. Like, I think that was like either peak pandemic times, like 2020, maybe 2021. I think it was like 2020. But that, it's one of my favorite TikToks. Anyway, so I'm excited to talk about what we're going to talk about today. Ready to get into it. I can't stop smiling because this is going to be a pretty fun episode. So as usual, y'all, I'm just sharing my personal opinion and my perspective that nobody asked for and probably nobody cares about, but I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway. If you're a returning listener or you're hearing me for the first time, I just want to start it off with saying thank you. I appreciate you for tuning in. So go ahead, grab your snacks, grab your loofah with your soap, put your feet up, whatever you do when you're listening to your favorite podcast, sit back and listen to me talk my ish. All right, y'all. So today's topic is low maintenance versus bare minimum. I'm excited. I'm excited as hell to talk about this one. I had some revelations in regards to this particular topic about like maybe within the last like couple months. And I'm just excited to get it out and put it out there. All right. So I'm going to start it off with saying I was always one of those people that I was one of those friends. And I also had friends like this in my life where we would literally go months without talking to each other. Like, I mean, months, y'all, like months, like 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, sometimes even like a year. Like, damn, when was the last time I talked to them? Damn, I ain't talked to them in a year. Damn, let me say what's up. Right. Like, and you know, and nothing was wrong. We weren't beefing. It was no bad blood, nothing like that. Right. It was just life, you know, they're lifing, I'm lifing. It is what it is, you know, so we'd reach out, be like, hey, what's up? I'm good. How are you? I'm good. How are you? Oh, everything's cool. All right, great. Bam. Then we won't talk again for like another like 6 months or something like that. Right. So yeah, for a while, I confused those kinds of bonds with low maintenance, right? I confused, you know, reaching out to a friend after months or reaching out and checking in with somebody every few months or something like that. And just making sure that everything's good. I confuse that with low maintenance. And I realized, you know, a couple months ago that that's not low maintenance. Like, that's bare minimum. Like, the bare minimum that you should be doing, in regards to like the relationships in your life, or at least the relationships that hopefully matter and mean something, is checking in. You know, the least you should be doing is texting people like, hey, how are you? Haven't heard from you in a minute. Or, hey, I was just thinking about you. I know it's been a while, but I just wanted to say I miss you, love you. You know, how's everything? How's work? How's the family? How's this? How's that? Like, that's bare minimum to check in on people. It's bare minimum, right? That's not low. Like, that's not no, sorry, typo. That's not low maintenance. That's bare minimum. And then I started really sitting there thinking like, well, damn, what's the difference, right? And I was like, huh. And then it brought me to, well, not brought me to, but I started thinking about just, you know, the bonds and relationships that I have in my life currently. You know, I have friends that, you know, I believe I've touched on this, and I believe I've brought this up before in an episode. I believe. and it, is with, my fam, right? We're not blood related, but for me, blood cannot make us any closer. I love these people to death. Love them. Bro, sis, love y'all. Baby girl, my niece. I ain't saying names because it ain't y'all's business, but love y'all. Shout out to y'all. But yeah, there was like one time where I was helping, I was helping my sis, like pick up, my niece and stuff from school and everything. Cause, bro, he had to be out of state for work. And it was so dope because there was one day where we were texting, right? And we have a group chat too. So we were texting, and mind you, he's on the other side of the country. So he's like 3 hours ahead of us, right? It was like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock or something, maybe even like 8 o'clock. And I think it was like 7 or something when we started or something like that, I think. Or it was like 8. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It was one of those. But we, cause I think it may have been like daylight savings. So I don't know. Either way, it was like in the evening time. So it was around like 7 or 8 or something like that. And, she had texted me and she was just like, hey, like, you busy? And I was like, nah. And she was like, cool. All right, I'm about to call you. Oh, no, I think she called me. And yeah, and she called me and she was asking me about something, or we were talking about something real quick. And then she was like, hey, oh, no, I lied. She called me earlier, but then we hung up, and then she had texted me, and then we were talking, and then she was like, hey, like, you mind if I, like, are you like good if I like call and put your bro on three-way, and mind you, and they're married, by the way, right? And so I was like, yeah, of course. And so we literally sat, not on FaceTime, we all have iPhone, but we all sat on the phone, like on the phone, right? And y'all know iPhone, it has like the little arcade games or whatever, right? So they call it Crazy 8, which is stupid. Excuse me, because it's Uno, basically. But it's like the Apple equivalent of Uno, right? And we were literally sitting on the phone playing this card game, cussing each other out. Like, we were like calling each other all types of heifers and motherfuckers and assholes, and it was hilarious, right? And we weren't even really talking. Like, we weren't talking. Like, we were on the phone, but we were literally fucking playing this freaking card game. And it was so we were probably playing for like an hour and a half before we were all like, all right, we gotta go to bed, all right, like, because we all had work the next day. So, and he's obviously 3 hours ahead of us. So it was so funny, and then that was like one of the first moments that I thought of. And for me, I'm like, damn, that's low maintenance. Like, that's a low maintenance friendship where you can literally just sit on the phone with each other and like play the freaking like message, like, arcade games or whatever with each other and sit on the phone. And like, we didn't spend no money. We didn't have to leave the comfort of our home. I literally had just showered and stuff. I brushed my teeth, I'd showered, I was ready for bed, I was laying in bed chilling, you know what I mean? Like, they were, she was situated with, my niece and stuff, they were chilling, he was situated, like, we were all just chilling in our beds, respective beds and stuff, just hanging out, not doing nothing, right? Didn't require nothing, didn't require like any crazy attention. It didn't take me, again, it didn't take me out of my home. It didn't take me out of like any kind of comfort space. It didn't put me in an uncomfortable situation. Like, we literally just sat on the phone, and it was for like an hour and a half, and we didn't do anything. You know what I mean? Like, we literally just sat on the phone and played games and just talked shit to each other and was dying laughing and cracking up the whole time. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, that's low maintenance. Like, low maintenance are the people where it's like, hey, what are you doing? Nothing. Why? Want to come with me to run errands? Sure. All right, cool. Be there in 20 minutes. And then you guys, like, you're literally, like, like, you know what I mean? You're literally going with your friends to run errands. You're going with your friend to the grocery store. You're going with your friend to, I don't know, Home Goods or something. Like, you know what I mean? Or, hey, like, I haven't seen you in a minute. Like, let's go grab some coffee. Or, hey, let's go get some boba. Like, we haven't talked in a while. Like, I miss you. I just want to hang out for a little bit. Okay, cool. Or popping on freaking FaceTime while you're running errands and you're out and about doing that stuff and they're out and about doing stuff, and you guys just sit on FaceTime and, randomly like, oh my God, look at this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's low maintenance. That's low maintenance. But reaching out to someone and just checking in and saying, hey, how are you, pal? That's fucking bare minimum. Like, that's what you should be doing as a friend. You should be checking in on your people. You should be asking them how they're doing, especially if it's been months. You know what I mean? Like, you should be, you should have some idea of what's going on in their life. You should know kind of the gist of what they got going on and stuff. You know, I understand some people are private, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it's just nuts what I allowed myself to do as a friend, and I'm kind of ashamed. You know what I mean? Because I really felt like, oh yeah, I'm a good friend, I'm just super low maintenance. You know, my friends don't gotta work. They, you know, it could be a month, it could be 4 months, it could be 8 months before they hear from me, but they know I got their back. And don't get me wrong, like, yeah, no matter what, like, friends that I talk to all the time compared to friends that I don't really talk to, anybody could call me. You can call me at 2:00 in the morning, I'll be there. You know, doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter how long it's been since we've talked, like, I got your back, right? That's unspoken, guaranteed. However, that doesn't change the fact that I was basically advocating for bare minimum. You know, I was advocating to be a bare minimum friend. You know, I was a bare minimum friend, and I'm like, oh no, like that, no, right? And it's just it's the gist of a lot of episodes. It's been the gist of quite a few episodes, man, and it's just reach out. You know what I mean? Reach out to people, reach out to your friends. You know, it doesn't, I've said this before, man, it does not require a lot to show up. It doesn't. You don't have to go out and spend money and go to the craziest restaurants and constantly, you know, worry about having to spend funds. Like, no, let's just fucking go for a drive, you know, or let's sit on the phone with each other. I gotta do laundry, you know, want to come over while I do laundry and we can watch Golden Girls? Like, you know what I mean? You want to bring some snacks? I got some snacks, but if you want to bring some more snacks and we can just hang out, you know, I miss you. We haven't hung out in a minute. You know, let's watch Golden Girls, or let's play some card games or something for a little bit. You know, like, I'm doing laundry, so I don't really want to leave my house, but want to come over, you know, like, or hey, like, what you doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was going to go to Costco, you know, want to come with me on a Costco run? Sure. Like, you know, like, it's just, it doesn't require a lot to be present. It doesn't require a lot to show up for people. And to me, it's the small shit. It's the friends that do things like that for me that really let me know, like, nah, like, these my people. Like, you know what I mean? It's the people that will literally just do the small shit, you know, that will literally just come over and hang out just because. You know, we don't even gotta do anything. I just want to hang out. Okay. Like, you know, and we can literally just sit in our respective places, and we can even scroll TikTok and send TikToks to each other, you know, or you could be scrolling on your phone and I could be reading on my Kindle, you know, or you could be reading on your Kindle and I'm scrolling on my phone, or you're on your laptop, I'm on my laptop, or, you know, I could be, if you come over my house, I'm playing my game and you're on, you know, the laptop, or you're on your phone, or, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't take a lot. And, you know, again, bare minimum. Don't be a bare minimum motherfucker. Don't do it. You know? Like, don't do it. Don't be a bare minimum bitch. Don't be a bare minimum motherfucker. Okay? Don't be a B&B and don't be a BMM. Okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not hard. You know, it's not hard, man. And yeah, you know, so like I said, that was something that I was really, really, really excited to talk about. I kind of had to give my little 2 cents on that situation. But yeah, man. Understand the difference of low maintenance as well. Understand what low maintenance really means, and understand what bare minimum means. You know, it's kind of like when that trend was going around on TikTok where everyone was like, you know, princess treatment or bare minimum, you know, and it was like opening my door for me. And like, it was weird how so many people were like, oh yeah, that's princess treatment. Like, what the fuck? No, it's not. Opening the door for your partner is princess treatment. That's bare minimum, bro. Like, you know, like getting out and pumping gas so that your girl doesn't have to, or reaching over, you know, after your man pumps gas to open up the door for him, or after he, you know, opens the door for you and you reach over and you open his door. Like, that's bare minimum. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that don't, yeah. Anyway, you know, but also don't let people take advantage of that. Cause there were some people that were saying like crazy examples. Yo, they were like, oh, buying me, you know, taking me on, a $2,000 shopping spree. And people were like, oh, that's princess treatment. And they're like, no, that's bare minimum. Like, bitch, what the fuck? Hold up. bare minimum to take you on a $2,000 shopping spree. Nah, bare minimum is taking your ass to Target and telling you got $50 in the clearance section. That's bare minimum. Like, you tripping. Like, yeah. Like, so some people are wilding. But, yeah. But, yeah, once again, y'all, thank you for listening and tuning in. And, you know, again, I don't know why I keep wanting to act like this is fucking YouTube, y'all. I keep wanting to be like, all right, well, again, I want to hear your thoughts on it, so comment below what you think about it. Like, bitch, it's a podcast, motherfucker. This ain't your first rodeo. But yeah, anyway, as stated before, I don't care. I'm probably gonna say it in as many episodes as I can. If I don't say it in every single one, man, I truly appreciate y'all for listening to your girl. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all for taking the time, whether you do it while you're driving, you do it while you're cooking, whatever it is, man. If you genuinely just take the time out of your day or make the effort to include my podcast as a part of your day, yeah, man, I can't put into words how much I really appreciate it, you know? So thank y'all. And, yeah, man, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to wrap this one up, y'all. So live love and love life. Be kind. Until next time.